this year I feel like I really mixed it up from my norm and went with pops of traditional red. Tim also voted for the red as well. Last year we kept it very soft and neutral, lush and champagne, but I was really craving the traditional pop of red this year, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So here is our entryway. I'm still working on the space a little bit. So in this bowl, I just have some gold and silver ornaments. I use a lot of greenery around our house, so I just added some bow stems underneath. This deer, I think, came from my mom, so we've had it for a really long time. I've added red bows everywhere. That's kind of the main decor accent, I think, of our holiday house this year. And then I added some big stems here. They may be a little too tall for the vase, but we are just working with it. And a little Christmas tree. I think this was from Target, Studio McGee. I'm not sure if they still carry it, but I'm sure they have something very similar. Over here, this is like a brand new work in progress space. So this is not quite done yet. Actually, there's a couple spaces that aren't fully done. Our trees, for example, are not done. I let Josie decorate the tree and I just haven't had the time to actually finish it off. So we'll ignore that those aren't fully done. I can share an update once they are done. So my office decor is pretty simple. I'm actually still waiting for a couple things to come in. I ordered a 12-foot garland from Amazon to go over the top of the mirror. And then we added a second tree this year. This is actually our original tree from our old house. So we've had it for a couple of years now. It's from Walmart, very affordable. And on top, I went with a very massive oversized bow, which makes me so happy. And I went with the cream because I feel like I could use it for birthday parties and things like that as well. And I can't wait to add like a really girly touch to this tree. And then this little console table, I kept it simple. Again, added these bow stems. I got most of the greenery from Linen and Flax. And we have our nativity here, which, kind of funny story about this, it ended up being way tinier than I was expecting when I ordered it when it came in. It is so tiny, but something about that is also very precious as well. So I just had that displayed here. I'm still on the hunt for like a bigger family nativity scene at one point, but I do love the gold and white of this set. Side note, on my desk I have our holiday cards, and fun fact, this is actually the first year that I have ever sent holiday cards out, and I am so excited. I feel like it's just elevated the Christmas season and has added so much little cheer to not only me like making these and sending them out, but to everyone that I'm sending it to. So we did minted cards. I love this little gold foil here. I have like the addresses covered up and our return address covered up. And then this is how our card turned out. This is a Poshmark order, so I just don't want to share the addresses, but here is how our sweet little Christmas card turned out. I kept it very traditional and simple and went with the green since I felt like it worked really well with this photo. We took this in Jackson Hole for our family trip this year, and also love the gold foil. And then on the back we have more pictures and then a little holiday note. But yeah, been really happy with these cards. The quality is really good, and they did give me a promo code, so if you still need to order your holiday or New Year cards, I will put all the info below. So for our dining room, I added a garland piece on our light fixture and added some bows. I think I'm going to add some bows on the other side of it, on the middle too, just to have some from all the way around, because we kind of walk in and out of this space. For the tabletop right now, it's very simple. I don't have it set yet, but I just have a red runner down the center with two of the faux cedar garlands. I have a plaid tablecloth that I plan to use for Christmas Eve when we do actually set the table for Christmas, but for every day I kind of still want to see most of the table. I kept this very simple. Last year we did like a big garland here, but I really love how simple this is. I just added some red bows. This is really our year-round decor, and I just made it feel a little more holiday with the red bows. Just added velvet to the smaller pieces. These are actually from my mama, so they're very special. I love the blue and white as well. And then we just have these fake candlesticks, so we don't have to worry about starting any fires with them. These candlesticks are one of my favorite new additions to our house. They are just stunning in person and catch so much light. And then these ginger jars we've had forever. It was like one of the first things I bought for like our first house. I found them at Home Goods, and I love just adding the pop of ribbon there. And then this is like, this buffet kind of serves as like our serveware. So it has like our table settings and then also our bar stuff and wine stuff. So I do have a little cocktail napkin right here. It says "'Tis the Season." I love to get holiday napkins at Home Goods whenever I see cute ones, or on Amazon. And then right next to it is our bar cart, and kind of kept it pretty simple. Just added pops of red again with the little bow accents. These bows are actually pre-tied, so they're really easy. I just wrapped them around the stem and then added 2 toile Christmas napkins for a little pop of red. Okay, switching to vlog style because my cameraman had to go pick up our daughter from school. But I am not sure if any of you remember, you probably would have to be following me on Instagram a couple of years ago, but this chair actually came from my grandmother's house, and I actually reupholstered it with hot glue. I remember when I shared on my stories, everyone was like, do not do it, you're gonna ruin the chair. But that was in, I believe, 2018, maybe, yeah, 2018 or 2019, and it is still going strong. I just hot glued the edges and then covered up the mess with a little, I don't know what it's called honestly, but the little trim that goes around, and it's been good to go for all of these years. So I just popped this chair in the corner. I have been really struggling with this space, so let me know if you have any suggestions. I did recently add this round table in the center because it felt very empty, but let me know what you would do in this corner here. Right now I just have this chair, and then I kind of filled out the space with this basket and added some of our Christmas ribbon or wrapping paper into it, which I think is really cute how it turned out. But after the season, I have no idea what to do with this little space. So let me know if you have any suggestions. Kind of struggling since it is open to the basement here because I can't really hang anything. And I don't really need another table because we have 3 in here already. So I don't know. And I don't really want to add a bench because there's stairs here, so I don't want Josie to climb on and fall over, even though I don't think she would, but I don't know. Let me know your suggestions. For our stairs, I added 2 garlands here and then the pop of red, and then added these fairy lights in this year. These actually still need to add a couple of them to the upstairs garlands, but they have been great. They're so easy to kind of hide, and I love how the lights are very small. They have a bunch of different settings for them, but I generally like to keep it just on the steady setting. And then to hang this, if you're curious, I used just a green zip tie. I originally used command hooks, but these garlands are pretty heavy, so they did not hold up that great. So just have a little zip tie around. And then I do have a command hook under here for these little bells, which I love. They just kind of drape down. And then of course the little pop of red. For our everyday table, this is where we have most of our day-to-day family meals. I found these cute little table placemats. I'm like, what are these called? At Home Goods, and I have been eyeing some that were way more expensive. These are a little thin, but I think they're so darling, and I do plan to use them for our Christmas Eve dinner. And then this is our centerpiece that is here year-round, but I just added the little red ribbon. I think this is 1.5 inches also. My life is changed now that I have really sharp kitchen scissors, because last year I could not cut the ribbon to save my life, and now I have the perfect scissors if you struggle with cutting ribbon. So I will link those and everything else down below. And then this is Josie's little spot, and we have a little wipeable one. This is from BaubleBar. So cute. Our kitchen is pretty much the exact same as last year. I just switched out the ribbon to red. So these were actually still exactly how I left them when I stored them. I just have a bow ornament on them and then a little gold ribbon. And then these just loop around the top. I got these from Kirkland's Compared to my other garlands, I don't think these look as realistic. They're a little bit thinner, but I think they still tie in really well with the rest of the greenery. For our kitchen island, I again use this year round. I switch out the napkins seasonally. I found these recently at Home Goods. I added this little ornament candle. I've actually had this for a couple of years and I've never burned it just because I love how it looks. But I usually have it like this, but every now, it doesn't stay like that pretty much every day because Josie is always walking across all these chairs. This is her normal spot, but she likes to move around, of course, so it does fall quite a bit. And I just added the little ribbon. This is the same stems and added little bells to this one. And this is our centerpiece we pretty much use year round, and I just kind of switch it up seasonally. For our kitchen window, I did switch it up this year. Last year I just used some long stems because I didn't have as much garland as I have this year. So this year I was able to drape a lightweight garland across the top. This one is old from Target, but what's great about it is very lightweight, so it's easy to hang with the command hooks. And then in the center I did the red, added those same LED fairy lights, and I love to have this on at night. I need to show some clips as well of how the home looks at night, because that's when the lights truly feel just more magical. And then most of the decor is really just adding little red bows to what we keep out year round. I will say, I think this little trinket that I found at Home Goods kind of inspired me to lean into the red. I just loved how holiday this felt, so I have a feeling this is kind of what led me to do the pop of red, and I'm really happy with it. This little trinket dish is so cute. It has little bows and candy canes on it. I need to like put some little sugar cubes in it or something. And then for a lot of our storage containers, again, we keep these out year round. I just added a smaller red velvet ribbon on the top. This is still empty, which is a shame. We had some like Nutella cookies in here, but they all got eaten recently. So I need to run to Trader Joe's and find some cute festive cookies or little treats to refill this up, because it would look way better if it had something in it. This little corner of our kitchen probably gets used the most. It is right next to the entry, and it's also where our coffee spot is. So we have all of our coffee mugs up here. I have done this same mug display for the past, this is like the third Christmas, but I just love having these seasonal mugs with all of our initials on it. I add the little gingerbread man on top. You can get those at Trader Joe's. I actually just kept the same ones from last year because I've never eaten them. I just kind of use them as decor. And then I added in these little jingle bell stirrers, which would also be cute in the cocktail area of the house. So maybe I'll switch, like grab some and put some over there. And then next to the lamp, I have this paper Christmas tree. I actually found this recently on Amazon. I've had it for a couple of years, but what's great about it is it just folds down flat when you need to store it. And then I have a little jar of Hershey Kisses, because for me, Hershey Kisses is like such a core memory, because every single year, no matter what, I always had a Christmas themed little Hershey Kiss bag at the bottom of my stocking. So had to get those to fill up the little treat jar. For our everyday entry right next to the garage, again, I just went with a little pop of bows. Those are the same pre-tied bows that I used on the glasses on the bar cart, and I just stuck them into the baskets, which was so easy. Added the same little garland on top, same wreaths that we have throughout our house, although on this one I added the little bells, just so when we go in and out, it's nice to hear the little Christmas bells. And then I added a little ribbon to the sconce. I'll also share a few little accents in our pantry, but I haven't yet shared this massive pantry renovation, and I want to keep it a surprise. So stay tuned for that. I have it filmed. I just need to edit it and get up the blog post with all of the info on that project. But here is a little sneak peek, because we did add some little Christmas touches to the space as well. So our main Christmas tree is actually also not decorated yet. I think I mentioned this already, but we, on Thanksgiving Day, we were watching the Thanksgiving parade and decorated the tree and got it out and all that, and I just let Josie go to town with it. had a ball just standing on the same ladder and putting all the ornaments all in one place. And I just haven't had the time to actually decorate yet. So hopefully this weekend I'll get to that. I also need to fluff it still. So believe it or not, the tree as is how we took it out of the box, which is amazing, especially compared to the Walmart tree at the front of the house. This one actually does have that memory and looks super full. It just needs a little bit of tweaking, especially at the top, which probably makes sense because I probably also didn't fluff it as much as the bottom half last year. And then I do still need to add the little tree topper. I would love to do the bow on this tree, but you can actually see this tree almost 360, so I can't really do that without it looking silly from like the main entrance. But I do love where we placed the tree. I always love having our tree next to the fireplace because growing up, that's kind of how it was, and we would all sit by the fire right next to the Christmas tree. So I do have it here. It is in a typical walkway when it's not Christmas, but we still have easy access in and out of this space. So I also love that you can see it when you walk into the house and when you're in the living room. Maybe one day I will add a bigger tree, which I know a lot of the homes in our neighborhood has like a really tall tree because we have this 2-story living room. But for now, I kind of like having the tree right here. Although I guess there's no harm in having 2 trees in this room. For our mantle, it's pretty, I mean, I guess I did mix it up actually. So last year I did more of an asymmetrical design, and this year I had an extra garland or 2. So I did this sort of design. I don't know what it would be called, but it's a little more symmetrical. It does still have a little bit of more length coming off of the left side, but I feel like it's balanced out with the stockings on the right side. Our stockings, not gonna lie, are not my favorite. I ordered them last year and I did not measure, and I was like, we have a massive fireplace, so I'm sure I can do the large stockings, and they just feel extremely big. I think they work in the space, but at the same time, they just look a lot bigger than what I'm used to, so we're going with it for now. But I have a feeling if we ever add any more children to our family and we need another stocking, I might mix it up because honestly they're not my favorite. But we do have them monogrammed and they're very nice. They just feel excessively big. And then across the mantle I have it pretty simple with the faux candlestick holder, which was from Target. They brought it back this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is sold out. So again, I will link what I can in the description box. Right now in our fireplace, we just have birch logs in here because the previous owner had they just love doing real fires, and we don't want to clean up that mess. So we are looking into doing some gas logs in here because I love, again, to sit by the fire, Christmas Eve, Christmas morning. I don't know, I guess if we're gonna do that, we need to get on it. But right now, I just wanted to fill in this space with the birch logs. For the floating shelves, this is generally the decor we keep out year round, but I just added some greenery to it, switched a couple things out for like Christmas trees and things like that. I actually have our tree topper up there just right now. Actually, I used it as decor last year, which I think is cute. Like if you have an extra tree topper, you can put it out on a shelf just to add. It totally works as decor, but yeah, I still need to tend to the top of the tree. And then this year, because I did pick up some extra garland, I had enough to do them across the top banisters. I do still need to add the LED lights to them. They just came in from Amazon, so I need to pop some batteries in there, and I think that will make a big difference, especially at night, to kind of make it feel cozier and fill out this massive room a little bit more. I hung them up the exact same way with the green zip ties, and then for all of the bows, for the most part, I actually used wire to like loop them around just to make them easy to tie on things. So I didn't actually have to tie the bow on the garlands, for example. I just pre-tied it, put the wire around, and then stuck it in. I do still need to add some more holiday touches upstairs, but this is our second holiday in this house, and I feel like it takes time to like fully decorate, so I don't even know if I'm gonna get to it really this year. I have some more things to pull out, and I did decorate our fireplace upstairs in our bedroom with extra greenery, and then I found these really cute nutcrackers to add a little bit of silver because I do like silver and golds mixed in. But I hope y'all enjoyed this holiday house tour, and I will see you later this week with a new fashion video. Bye.